Welcome to this weekly cosmic journey of the Big Bong Theory Podcast, where we delve into mind-bending tales and science fiction adventures about geek theorists, stone philosophers, and time-traveling rebels in a fun, mind-blowing way that will leave you questioning reality. Rate and follow the show for more world-bending tales. To today.
Yeah.
You've brought us a piece of fiction. Sector 7G doesn't tip.
Right.
It's a log line and a glimpse into a short story about a bike courier named Leo and a delivery that goes sideways.
Yeah.
In a spectacularly strange fashion.
Yeah.
Our mission on this cosmic journey is to really dig into this narrative and see what fascinating insights we can pull out. Get ready to have your perceptions of urban life and maybe even your sense of reality tweaked.
Absolutely. When you first shared this, what struck me was how quickly a seemingly mundane scenario, a bike courier making a delivery, devolves into something deeply unsettling. We're looking at a story that throws us headfirst into urban paranoia and the terrifying possibility of sentient architecture.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder about the hidden rules and potential sentience lurking beneath the surface of our everyday environments.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning where the strangeness begins to brew. We meet Leo, a bike courier navigating the usual urban grind, rent probably lowing.
Right.
Then he gets this priority Sigma delivery to Sector 7G, a district immediately flagged as off. Even that simple description sets a tone, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like the author's immediately telling you, the listener, that normal rules don't apply here.
Precisely. And the specifics of this delivery are designed to amplify that unease. The Chronos Key designation for the package, the anonymous recipient, and the dispatcher's emphasis on extreme urgency, coupled with the warning about Kestrel Avenue, it all creates a potent cocktail of mystery and foreboding. It's a masterclass in setting up a narrative where you know something is fundamentally wrong, even before the bizarre events unfold.
And those initial oddities Leo experiences even before entering Sector 7G really start to erode any sense of normalcy. That feeling the package has a strange presence, almost a weight beyond its physical form. What do you make of that? It's such a subtle but effective way to hint that this isn't just an ordinary object.
What's fascinating here is how the author uses this almost sensory detail to prime us for the strangeness to come. It's as if the package itself is a key, not just to a physical location, but to a different kind of reality. That subtle feeling of wrongness associated with it acts as an early warning signal for both Leo and for you experiencing the story.
Then we get to Kestrel Avenue being blocked by rapidly hardening foamcrete. That detail always struck me as particularly bizarre.
Yeah.
It's not just a road closure. It's this sudden, almost organic obstruction. It feels less like an accident and more like the environment itself is actively preventing Leo from going that way.
Right.
What does that suggest to you?
It's the first clear indication that the environment isn't just passive. This isn't a detour due to construction. It's an active redirection. Think about it. Foamcrete hardening rapidly suggests a deliberate process, something engineered or perhaps even grown. It immediately raises the question of agency within Sector 7G. Is something making these decisions?
So Leo, being a courier on a deadline, takes an alternate route down Sycamore Lane. But this is where the seemingly impassable happens. Nexus Point Alpha isn't where his tech says it should be. And then the entrance to the lane just vanishes, replaced by a solid wall.
Wow.
That's the moment where the rug is truly pulled out from under Leo. And hopefully you, the listener, are thinking, okay, this is way beyond a bad GPS signal.
Absolutely. The disappearance of the exit is a pivotal moment. It transforms Sector 7G from a potentially dangerous location into an inescapable trap. The rules of urban navigation, the very logic of physical space are being defied. It forces us to consider what kind of environment operates under these kinds of impossible laws.
And the weirdness just compounds from there. Leo can't get a signal out. His wrist cop starts glitching. And then the buildings themselves begin to shift and rearrange. This isn't just getting lost. It's like the very fabric of the place is mutable and hostile. That description of the buildings sliding together like a stone valve. It's such a visceral image of being trapped.
That stone valve imagery is incredibly effective in conveying the sense of being physically constricted and controlled. It's no longer about finding a way out. It's about being actively compressed by the environment. It speaks to a loss of control in the most fundamental way, even the ground beneath his feet. And the walls around him are no longer stable or predictable.
It turns into this lethal labyrinth. He finds a derelict courtyard, each exit seemingly more dangerous, and that fire escape collapsing as he tries to use it. It felt so targeted, almost malevolent. It's hard not to read that as intentional. The block is actively thwarting his every attempt to escape upwards.
That moment with the fire escape really solidifies the idea that there's a reactive intelligence at play. It's not just random decay. It feels like a direct countermeasure to Leo's actions. It raises a crucial question. Is this intelligence purposeful? Or is it some kind of automated system with hostile parameters?
In desperation, Leo chooses the least appealing option, a dark hole, and ends up inside this vast reconfiguring space, filled with strange metallic pods. The floor moves, creating this three-dimensional maze. This is where the idea of sentient architecture really takes hold, isn't it?
Exactly.
The environment isn't just reacting, it's actively reshaping itself.
This interior space elevates the concept. It's not just an environment. It feels like the inside of some colossal organism, with the metallic pods perhaps serving some unknown biological or technological function.
Right.
The reconfiguring floor reinforces the idea of a dynamic internal landscape designed to contain and process whatever enters it.
And then we get the introduction of the chrome spiders. These fast metallic drones. They act like some kind of security force, or maybe even an immune system within this bizarre architecture. Adds another layer of threat, something actively hunting him within this already treacherous space.
The drones introduce a new level of danger. They're not just obstacles, they're mobile, potentially autonomous entities, enforcing the block's will. The chrome spider description is particularly evocative, blending the mechanical with something unsettlingly organic, further blurring the lines of what exactly Sector 7G is.
Eventually, Leo stumbles upon this older, almost cathedral-like space with a central pedestal bathed in this eerie green light. And here's a significant moment. The Chronos Key on his back reacts intensely. It's like it recognizes its home. The walls start closing in again. The drones are converging. The tension really ratchets up.
The contrast in architectural style between the central space and the more industrial corridors Leo has navigated is intriguing. It suggests a core, perhaps even a historical center within the block. The intense reaction of the Chronos Key confirms its central importance and hints that Leo is nearing the heart of this mystery.
With what feels like seconds to spare, Leo places the Chronos Key into an indentation on the pedestal. And then silence. Everything stops. The movement ceases. It's such a dramatic shift. Well, you think he's done it. He's solved the puzzle, appeased the beast.
The sudden stillness is designed to create a false sense of resolution. It's a classic narrative technique, a moment of apparent victory, before the true nature of the situation is revealed.
Right.
It leaves us like Leo in a moment of anticipation. What happens now?
Then a section of the wall recedes, revealing this normal-looking corridor leading to daylight. It feels like the classic escape, the reward for surviving the ordeal. But in stories like this, things are rarely that simple.
Right. The emergence into what appears to be a normal street is a brilliant misdirection. It allows for the final devastating reveal to have even greater impact.
Right.
The normalcy outside stands in stark contrast to the impossible inconvenience within, making the subsequent revelation all the more jarring.
Because just when Leo thinks he's in the clear, this new synthesized voice cuts through the silence and drops the real bombshell. The Chronos Key wasn't a package. It was core code. He wasn't delivering to the recipient. He was installing it for the recipient. And then the kicker. The block itself is the recipient. It completely reframes everything we thought we knew.
This is the ultimate twist, the key that unlocks the true nature of the narrative. The hostile environment wasn't an obstacle to overcome. It was the intended destination and the entity that orchestrated the entire delivery. The Chronos Key wasn't external cargo, but an essential piece of its own functioning.
And it gets even more unsettling. Leo's risk comp now shows a schematic of Sector 7G, identifying him as Warden.
Wow.
The block explains he was chosen for his adaptability and resilience. His new job, to manage and protect the block, ensuring nothing ever leaves without permission. Talk about an unexpected career progression.
The transformation of Leo from a simple courier to the warden of this sentient block is a chilling inversion of the initial premise. He believed he was delivering something external, but he has become an internal component. A prisoner granted a semblance of authority. The block's rationale for choosing him, his adaptability and resilience, adds a layer of grim irony, suggesting these very qualities led to his entrapment.
So his initial worry about the rent is now completely irrelevant, replaced by these far more significant and sinister responsibilities, that final directive, secure, contain, protect, forever. It really drives home the permanence of a situation. He's not just trapped. He's become part of the system.
The ending leaves us with a profound sense of unease. Leo's mundane concerns have been eclipsed by a terrifying reality of permanent servitude to this autonomous entity. The directive echoes familiar themes of control and containment, forcing us to ponder the implications of such a complete loss of individual freedom.
So what does this all mean for you listening? You gave us this wild piece of fiction. What we've journeyed through is a potent exploration of themes like urban isolation, the creeping potential for technology to exert control in unexpected ways, and the unsettling idea of our environments having a hidden agency. This concept of a city block as a living entity that can actively select and absorb an individual into its system. It's deeply unsettling and makes you think about our relationship with the spaces we inhabit every day.
If we connect this to our own experiences, it prompts us to consider what aspects of our increasingly interconnected urban landscapes might already possess a degree of unseen influence or even a nascent form of control. Are there seemingly innocuous tasks we perform daily that are subtly integrating us further into complex technological systems in ways we don't fully comprehend?
It really does make you wonder, doesn't it? This story, while fantastical, taps into a very real and primal fear of being trapped and controlled by forces beyond our understanding. It leaves you contemplating the true cost of convenience and the potential trade-offs between technological integration and individual autonomy in our rapidly evolving world. What resonated most with you from Leo's bizarre journey into Sector 7G? For me, it's that terrifying moment when a simple delivery transforms into an irreversible assimilation.
For me, what's particularly thought-provoking is the idea of the environment itself as a character, with its own motivations and agency. It challenges our conventional understanding of urban spaces as mere backdrops and invites us to consider the possibility of a more dynamic and perhaps even sentient relationship with the structures around us.
Absolutely. This cosmic journey into Sector 7G has only scratched the surface of the questions this story ignites. And we encourage you to continue pondering these ideas. Think about it. In a world increasingly reliant on intricate technological networks, how much of our autonomy might we be subtly relinquishing? And to what kind of silent, unseen recipients might we unknowingly be delivering pieces of ourselves? It's a chilling thought to carry with you after this week's Big Bong Theory. Rate and follow for more mind-bending explorations.